Welcome back, everybody, to the Board YouTube channel for today's Pick and Roll live stream for Thursday, January 30th, fourth day of the week. And we've had 3 straight days of profit on the show to start it. It's been a profitable season, up all time, doing very well lately. So let's keep things going today. Yesterday, we had 3 picks in play. We had winners on Daniel Gafford and Yves Missy. Daniel Gafford, perfect from the field, easily covering his 15.5 points. Loser was fortunately on Michael Porter Jr. on rebounds, but we got plus 100 on that one, so we end up a good unit of profit, on the day, and we're looking to keep things going for this one. 5 games on the slate. I know Pip's already eyeing some certain things on the board for us to cover, so make sure you guys do hit that like button. If you enjoy the show and tail the picks that are given out, make sure as well you're subscribed to the channel for more content like this every weekday morning here on the Board YouTube channel, presented by the FanDuel Sportsbook, and we will be referencing the FanDuel Sportsbook as we go through the slate. And we'll start off with the Cavaliers game. They host the Hawks. Pips, we'll bring you in here. I know you're eyeing something this game. Talk us through what it is.
Yeah, so the first bet, official bet, is Darius Garland over 21.5, which is minus 125, widely available. There is some minus 115s, so we are good with minus 125.
Okay. Minus 125 for Darius Garland over 21.5 points.
Yeah. This game is back-to-back for the Cavaliers, and last night Darius was rested, and I expect Donovan Mitchell and Mobley to be rested tonight. They have some question talks. I know from experience that this could be a spot for them to get rested. It's not nothing like locked in, but I think there is a strong chance. The matchup is almost perfect. When he gets 26 minutes against teams who are not top 10 in defensive rate, who are not top 10 in defense against pick and roll ball handlers, we can see that he is over this line in 19 out of 27. So that's 70% of the games, and has 24 points average. But he's been turning up recently a lot. Like he's over this line 13 out of the last 15 games, averaging 26.2 points. And the game he stayed under 20 points against the Pacers, blowout loss, only 29 minutes. Against the Hornets, shot 1 from 7 from 3, poor shooting game. Those happened, but he had a huge games against teams like Houston Rockets. Great defense. He ended up scoring 39, 26 against Rockets, 29 against the Wolves, all over the place, like covering even against Boston. So he's been playing really good, scoring great. The first game on the graph is 29 points against the Hawks, the team he's playing tonight. Overall, we can see that he's scoring most of his points above the break 3. Hawks rank on the season last there. They are also terrible on rim defense, so terrible against pick and roll ball handlers, average or below average against every single category he scores points in, spot up, transition, handoffs. So overall, a really good matchup. And we can see that lately, Kate Cunningham 29 points, Booker 35. We had Jalen Green with 25. We bet that against the same team. We had Brunson with 34 points. Pritchard off the bench with 20 points. So like every guard that handles the ball and that can self-create and is good pull-up shooter, killing the Hawks, which makes sense looking at the way they defend. So this is a great matchup for like even if Mobley and Mitchell are playing, it's a good number to have and it's a good matchup, but I can see them being out. And the line 21.5 is the line like they are playing. So if Mitchell is ruled out, this line is going to be 25.5 probably. So
yeah, a good line if they're playing, an even better line if they are not.
Yeah, so I have my different sources than probably most of the books or people like who for injury reports. I
Okay.
actually saw you a couple of times. It's Basketball Monster. Like they do fantasy stuff, and they are great. They have like two guys working on it, and they watch NBA every night and listen to conferences and have like 10, 15 years of experience doing it. So when they put the question tags on player when no other resources puts it because it's not official, but knowing from experience when the guys are getting arrested uh, could be a huge edge in betting, especially when the line is set like they are for sure playing, which is not the case.
All right. Well, that is a strong case for the first official play of the day. Darius Garland over 21.5 points. But we will keep things moving here. In just a sec, hit that like button if you guys are enjoying the stream. Please as well make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We'll jump into our next game right away and talk about the Houston Rockets taking on the Memphis Grizzlies. A big clash near the top of the Western Conference. The 32-14 Rockets and the 31-16 Memphis Grizzlies. Grizzlies at home for this one as 5-point favorites. And Pips, what are you looking at over here?
Yeah, we are going to rebounds and assists. I think it's available on FanDuel still. Okay, you can just
Yeah,
go
let's
to
see.
rebounds and assists. Uh, John Morant under 11.5 rebounds and assists. I'll say straight away there are better numbers, but not by much. Like there are minus 120 and minus 120. Minus 125 is widely available, but a couple of spots with minus 120. So I'm really good to up to minus 130 on this. So yeah, I advise you even the minus 128 on FanDuel works. Uh, Tough matchup for Jamoran. Tough matchup for rebounds. Tough matchup for assists. Show you the numbers. They are actually, I would say, in the incredible uh, part. Like looking at the entire season, he is averaging right there, like right above, right on the average 11.7, which is still decent lean for an under. But when we look at the games when he's playing teams who allow below average assists, he is now under in 11 out of 16. And when we look at teams who don't allow rebounds as well, who are like also just excluding bottom 12 teams on both sides, like below average, we get that he's under this line in 10 out of 12 games, averaging 8.9 rebounds and assists when he's playing teams in difficult matchups. And the game he covered against Orlando, he converted on 10 out of 12 potential assists, which is not something you would expect from John Morant. And on the other games, he was like still like even at 11 against the Wolves. When he was close to covering, he converted above 50% on both rebounds and assists. 7 of 11 assists is a bit high as well. He averaged like 55% rate on converting. So anything like in the area 65 plus is on luck. Had some luck in that game. Uh, but the most important one is against the Houston Rockets. He had uh, 2 rebounds and assists, 6 rebounds and assists, and 7 rebounds and assists. So over the 3 games against the Houston Rockets, he averaged 5 rebounds and assists. But when you look at the scoring, he scored 24, 27, 29. So it's pretty clear that Rockets are looking to, okay, if you can score like is in isolation against Dylan Brooks, Amen Thompson, like you do you. Like we are more than happy taking that approach to defending John Morant, and we won in every single game so far. Like we are 3-0 against the Memphis Grizzlies this season. So I really expect them to continue the same coverage because it brought them so much success. Brought us so much success, I will say. Don't think need to do much here. Like we can look at the games when he played other way around just to show you that correlation is really big. Like when he's playing teams outside of top below average, I will say in the assist allowed and rebounds allowed, we can see that his numbers go way higher, and he's now suddenly clearing this in more than 50% of the time. So yeah, overall, think this is a good spot against the Rockets.
There we go. Two official plays to get us started on the show today. We have Darius Garland. Now we also have John Morant. We'll interrupt the show from a word from our presenting sponsor here on the Board YouTube channel, the FanDuel Sportsbook. The NBA season is heating up. As we watch our favorite teams and players, we can check out FanDuel to make every NBA moment even more rewarding with America's #1 sportsbook. It's an easy-to-use sportsbook with a fantastic interface with so many different markets available, such as same-game parlays, X plus points, quarter props, and live betting options, and so much more. These markets are posted quickly with fair pricing and fair limits, and if you do find those winners, it's speedy withdrawals to get that money back into your own accounts. And right now, new customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Yes, $200. So next time you get a hunch on who is going to win or how many points a player will score, bet on FanDuel and watch your picks come to life. Just visit FanDuel.com/board. Make every moment more with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NBA. But must be 21 plus and present in select states for Kansas affiliation with Kansas Star Casino, or 18 plus and present in DC. First online real money wager, only $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expires 7 days after receipt. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit fanduel.com/RG. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat Connecticut or visit mbgamblinghelpline.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York. We'll jump back into things here. Back to the top of the board. We'll go through the rest of the 3 games now. Send in any questions for later on in the show. Remember to hit the like button if you're enjoying and subscribe if you're new. We have the Lakers on the road at the Wizards, fresh off of a blowout loss to the Toronto Raptors in yesterday's slate. The Lakers continuing to perform pretty well on the season, 26-19 overall. And one would suspect with extra rest against the Wizards, they should win this one comfortably. What do you think, Pips?
No AD for some time for the Lakers, and they lost to the 76ers without Paul George, Embiid, McCain, and
they lost by a lot too.
Yeah, this team is like not even playing team without AD. They are not. They are like one of the worst teams in the league without AD. Like when you look at the roster without AD, it's garbage. Like I mean, it's not like other teams like can make up when their big stars are out. They have now Austin Reeves, Max Christie, LeBron, Rui Hachimura, Jackson Hayes, Gabe Vincent, Jared Vanderbilt, Dalton Connect. Like that's their roster without AD. That doesn't look like a roster that's much better than the Wizards, right?
Well, like, I don't know, man. I watched the Wizards play yesterday.
Yeah. I'm just saying,
really bad.
Ignore the coaching and the imperative to win. When you look at the rosters, like it's Jordan Poole, Austin Reeves, Max Christie, Bilal Coulibaly, Kuzma Hachimura, Jackson Hayes, Valanciunas. Like,
yeah, fair enough. Personnel-wise,
I mean, yeah, and LeBron will be on the court, and he will kind of lead the team, which is huge edge for the Lakers. But when you, it's not that great for them. Like AD is like 50% of their team, but especially on defense. Like, how did they defend now? The 76ers made fun of them, honestly. Like, it was they had Yabusele, Maxi, and Oubre. Like, it was such a fun game for the 76ers. It's like they beat the Lakers like without even much. Like they didn't need to try hard for it. Like, it was comfortable win, like from start of the game to the end. Like, no fight from the Lakers, and they didn't even contest it. And you look at the Maxi, Oubre, and Yabusele, and now you look at Poole, Kuzma, and Valanciunas. Yeah, they are worse, but it's not like a huge gap between them. So I don't know. 8.5 on the road without AD. It's only because Jordan Poole and Kuzma are such an unserious players. Like that's the edge. They don't care if they lose and win. They just want to put the numbers. And yeah, sometimes Kuzma don't even want to put the numbers. Crazy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
How was the experience? I didn't watch the game. How was the experience of jail time, David Mitchell against Jordan Poole?
So
I
it was really good if you bet it,
yeah,
which I ended up doing.
yeah. I sometimes I'm sometimes fooled by like I watched Jordan Poole play against the Golden State Warriors, and they kind of doubled him, and he still ended up scoring like 35 or something.
Right.
Uh, so I'm getting fooled, like now, like Devin Mitchell. But Raptors are like good on defense, but not like some great. And then I just stayed away. But yeah, man, if I when you see the unders, you just slam it.
Yeah, somebody in my chat on my live stream yesterday said, pretty much if David Mitchell's going to be guarding a guy, you should probably just play his under.
Yeah, and I said it on
You
the
said that
show as well.
You said that yesterday as well. Yeah,
80% of people will stay under against David Mitchell if he's like getting them cover. You don't need to help. Like sometimes you bet others because okay, they will double the player, and
yeah,
if they are giving you single coverage, you tend to bet the over, no matter how good defensive
yeah.
player is. Against David Mitchell, all that like falls to water. Like he's just single-handedly destroy opposing player. It's
And yeah, he
incredible.
started to play pretty like decent on offense as well. So I mean, the Raptors
Yeah.
won 5 in a row, unbelievably. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's where we're at.
I've seen someone, I think Pro Bomb or someone, Pro Bomb bet under on Raptors on Wizards total, and it looked like a great bet, and it ended up being a great bet. And
Yeah.
yeah, when he like Raptors, as I said on the show, third best defense over the last 10 games, or fifth best defense of the last 10 games, and when you watch the games, you kind of feel it. Like even that the bench unit I mocked. It sucks on offense, but it's absolutely amazing on defense. Even with Shed Barnes and
Yeah.
Bruce Brown, and yeah, that team. Yeah, you guys need to start winning games with defense, and it's showing. Offense is
Yes.
still really ugly.
So work in progress.
Yeah.
It's a important week for the Raptors to see, are they like, there's Brandon Ingram rumors, there's Andrew Wiggins rumors. Are they going to sell? Are they going to buy? I hope they sell and tank, but we will have to wait and see in the next week or so what goes down.
Yeah, you have your own pick, right?
My own pick for what?
You guys have your own pick on
Yes.
the draft.
Yes.
Yeah, this draft will be like really
This
good,
draft. So last 3. So let's say last 3 years, including this year. So the top pick was Wembanyama, Reza Shea, and likely Cooper Flag this year. The Raptors bought at the deadline when Wembanyama was in the draft. They sold at the deadline when Reza Shea was the first pick, or Alex Sarr, and they didn't even own their pick for sure. And then this year, Cooper Flag, Ace Bailey, Dylan Harper are available, and they might end up buying at the deadline. That would be
Yeah, they should.
madness.
They should. The core is decent for the team. They just need like 2 more good pieces to like 2 more young players on the team would really help. I don't know, like you should probably. I've seen that you guys are playing Bruce Brown lately. He's been really good the last
Lately,
couple of
yeah,
games.
a lot better.
Yeah. So maybe that's a selling point. You are pumping minutes to sell.
I hope so.
Yeah.
That would be the right decision.
Some teams could use Kelly Olynyk as well, I think. Yeah.
Boucher as well.
So I mean, you have something to sell, but we'll see.
Yes. Depends what they're thinking.
But I hope you are not going to for Brandon Ingram. Like that doesn't fit with Barnes at all. So
the only thing would be like if you get Brandon Ingram on a super cut price trade. Like you don't really have to give up much to get him. It's hard to get talent in the door. If you can get a really talented player like that for like next to nothing, that is kind of like, okay, maybe it's the right move.
I mean, always the price, but the fit with Barrett and Barnes, it's literally not non-existent.
Yeah, you'd have to probably get rid of Barrett to make that make sense.
Oh yeah, I like Ingram over Barrett a lot. Like he's much better player than Barrett. So yeah,
Yeah, the injuries, injury troubles. He wants a max at the end of the season. That plays a part, but it's again. I hope the Raptors just sell at this
Yeah,
deadline.
he's like Barnes, like almost like exact same player, not exact same player, but a low volume shooter can't shoot that much, needs the ball to be effective and stuff. So yeah, I don't see the fit with Barnes. That's my concern. But
Right.
overall, like he's much better player than
Yeah.
AJ Barrett. Like yeah.
Agreed. We'll move on here. We have the Timberwolves and Jazz playing tonight. Timberwolves 7-point favorites on the road. Jazz will definitely be a team looking towards that draft. They've lost 7 games in a row. Minnesota a little bit on the up. They've won 4 games in a row. They're 26-21. Are Minnesota putting things together a little bit lately, Pips?
I mean, sure. Schedule wasn't that difficult. But yeah, they won last night against the Suns, who are like average NBA team. Uh, they won against Hawks without Trey Young and Jalen Johnson, and it was an ugly game. They almost lost that one. But blowing out Denver
Denver.
in Knicks is kind of big deal. Close game contested against Memphis and Cleveland. Also, like a good game. Like when you are like one possession loss against Memphis and Cleveland, that's really like good for the team.
Mhm.
So overall, but they lost so many close games. Like they lost a ton of games by 3, 2, 1, 2 points. Uh, yeah. But overall, they've been playing better. But I don't think they cover tonight. Uh, no, Dante DiVincenzo. I think Nasrid could be out. That's their like bench doing a ton of scoring and ton of good stuff. If they are out, if Nasrid is also out tonight, it will be rough. It will be like back to back game, and they need to play Conley like big minutes. Yeah, that doesn't look great. And on the other side, you have Lauri's Markkanen is back, Clarkson is back, Collins and Kessler probably back. So you have like a team like Collier, Sexton, Markkanen, Collins, Kessler, Kejonte, Jordan Clarkson. Like that's 8 deep team.
It's not
That's
bad.
not bad, yeah. And they have a great coach, I would
Yeah.
say. It's just that he has like a bunch of unserious players on the team. So it's rough, but Wolves on the back-to-back night after some heavy schedule lately with injuries against team that's getting healthy now, and they can afford to win some, so they can play hard. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I don't think Wolves are covering this. I lean towards Jazz covering, not winning but covering. Especially like Wolves play close games with every team. Like they are not blowing out teams, so especially not on back-to-back.
Right. Right. Any bets for this game?
Let me just take a look at some lines. Now that I'm talked about it, I kind of have an idea. Uh, yeah, the line is it's just crazy. I looked into like Nikhil Alexander Volker, and I was like, no Dante DiVincenzo. Conley is on back to back, could be limited. Nikhil sometimes can play like a point for them. Nazrid questionable, so it could be like Nikhil 30 plus minutes, but the line moved to the 9.5, which was like 6.5 like 2 days ago. So rough, but that was the idea. No bets on this one.
All right. We can go to the last game on the board today. Orlando away at Portland. We have a 5.5-point spread here in favor of the Magic. We'll leave it open to you, Pips. Any thoughts for this final game here?
They played a couple of days ago, and Portland won by 30 away. It's a really weird spot, honestly. Like, why is it 5.5 for the Blazers? Like, I think the Blazers are playing well lately. Like, what was the last game? I think they again won against the Bucks.
Yeah, they beat the Bucks by 13. They lost to the Thunder by 10. They beat the Hornets by 5. They beat the Magic by, it was 22. Beat the Heat, beat the Bulls. They've been winning games lately.
Yeah, like they're healthy winning games. Like Klingon on the team gives them good defense. Yeah, I mean when they're healthy, they also have like a good names on the team. It's Simons, Kamara, Avdia, Grant, Ayton, Scoot Henderson, Sharp, Donovan Klingon. That's 8 deep team. That's like all players are quality players. Like Ayton probably the worst one on the team, but like he's still like a decent like player. Like I don't like him. Like the he was considered like a really good like starting five for a couple of years, but yeah, but he's not that kind of. But on the other team, you have like Wendell Carter. Like Ayton is better than Wendell Carter. That's don't think that's even questionable. So you have like now this team actually looks like a well structured team. Like you have Simons, who is a great ball shooter and overall great shooter, and you give the ball to Avdia and Scoot Henderson. Uh, so Kamara is like playing 3 and D type of stuff. Uh, yeah, I mean, I like this team like as a unit. They play some good defense with Avdia, Kamara, and Klingon, so they are good there. Some creation with Sharp, Henderson, Simons, Avdia. Uh, good shooting with Kamara, Simons, Jeremy Grant, Sharp. So yeah, overall, like this Portland team, when healthy, should be like a decent team in the NBA. So I hated the game Orlando played against Miami. Their offense just not really good. I'll put. I'm. We don't have many games, so I'm just talking a lot. But
Yeah.
I'll put. I don't think did I talk about Banchero numbers on the show last time.
No.
I think he's like overrated as fuck so as now. So I'll just pull the numbers. So Magics are net rating 0 with Banchero off the court, and they are minus 2.5 with he's on the court. So they are a bit worse than with Banchero on the court, which matches the eye test like for real. Like not, it's easy to see that. And with Franz Wagner, when he is off, they are minus 5, and when he is on, they are plus 6.5. And it's been the same thing. I think even a higher difference last season for Orlando Magic. So they are kind of like Banchero's team, while Franz Wagner is a better player.
Right.
Yeah. So just wanted to like say that stuff like out loud because I spent some time thinking about it. Uh, Against Miami, watch the game, Banchero decision making, and he's ruining the team like with offense with some isolation, stupid stuff. Tremendous potential, of course. Like he's huge, he's moving so well for his size. He can molest guys in the paint on drives, but he's averaging 24 points on like worst efficiency in the league. Like, but 53%. I don't think there are players with over 20 points average that have worse efficiency than Banchero. Even like Jalen Green, I think has like better efficiency than Banchero. And we all kind of make jokes about Jalen Green, but he's like 2% higher true shooting than Banchero. So yeah.
Yeah. My one like defense would be like, okay, he's young and he's also coming back from injury this season. But what?
Yeah, reading the chat. Yeah, I kind of stuck with wanted to say like I don't know. Sorry.
I let it slide because you're not you do this show not in your first language, so
Sorry,
I'll
guys.
give you a
Yeah,
pass.
yeah, I realized at the time when I said it. Sorry, guy. Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
better ways. I
dominate.
knew what you meant, but
Yeah,
there's better ways of describing it.
yeah, I will say dominate. I wanted to say dominate, but couldn't find the word.
That's all right. We knew what you meant. Uh, back on the game. Any bets you're looking at here?
Nope.
No bets. All right.
Yeah.
We can move past it. We'll go to the chat. We'll answer some of the questions here for today. We had Swish ask about Austin Reeves over 6.5 assists earlier. Reminder, please send in your picks with prices so I don't have to look, but I'll look. This is why, because I mean, granted, it's been a while since this con's posted, but this is a lot higher now. It's at 7.5 mostly. The only 6.5 I see is at -141.
Yep. If you have 6.5, yep, good bet.
All right, easy there. Tragic Bronson asked about Dylan Brooks over 13.5 points at -118. Playing against Memphis as well. It doesn't hurt.
Yeah, if you like it without that factor in, then you should be like he's that kind of guy that's like, I don't know what's the word, but he's under this line twice against them this season. He shot 2 from 15 against the Grizzlies.
Hey, he kept shooting though. He kept
Yeah.
shooting.
So over the last 2 games against the Grizzlies, he's 5 from 26. Like
His
if he gets
confidence has
12,
not wavered. He's gonna shoot.
yeah, he's actually been making shots lately. Like against the Hawks, 3 from 8 from 3, and maybe 3s. Like, yeah, this looks god awful. Let's look when he takes 10 plus field goal attempts. How that is? How does it look? When he takes, let's say, like something like 10 to 15, you will think like when players do take, I'll say, let's do 11, like 11 to 15 shots. You'll think they will clear this line more than often than like 60% of the time. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, this is terrible actually. Um, yeah,
Maybe not.
maybe not. I mean, still long term. If he takes 10 plus, he's still long term making over this, but it's juiced, so maybe not worth the squeeze.
All right.
Şengün is questionable though. That's huge.
Yeah, that's fair. If he's out, that's definitely a good number then at 13.5. But maybe not quite enough for now. We have one here. Kuzma double. Actually, what is this? A Kuzma double. I don't even understand what this is. I've just pulled it up thinking I'd figure it out.
It's Kuzma double or Jordan Poole. Kuzma double, Poole Kuzma big game. Washington wins. Like he's talking probably about correlation between like Kuzma and Poole having a big game, and then Washington ends up winning, and that will pay out insane price. So I think that's it. Can't see any other way.
All right, how about this? Kuzma double plus 320. That worth a shot here from Frankie.
Doubt it. Why double? Like, what's he getting? Rebounds?
I don't know.
He had like 10 and 11 rebounds in the last 2 games, and 9 against the Lakers. 5. So why are you not betting? Rebounds and assists look kind of the spot to take. If you look at the last couple of games, he's been going over. He hit this in 8 straight rebounds and assists with 20 plus minutes. And the matchups were actually not that great for rebounds and assists. Like Clippers, Kings, Wolves are terrible matchups for rebounds and assists. So he kind of rolling 15 rebounding chances, 16 rebounding chances, 10 rebounding chances, 13 rebounding chances. Huge numbers lately. So maybe lean over 9.5 rebounds and assists. But boy, oh boy, I don't want to bet Kyle Kuzma.
Like especially like hustle stats, like rebounds.
Yeah. I also want to like point out that I'm like yesterday we bet Mike Porter Jr. rebounds, which is not my usual type of bet.
Yeah.
And whenever we go the route, like let's try it, like Tyler Hero stuff, we always end up losing, no matter the edge, no matter the edge. Like when Westbrook, I was right actually. Jokic had 6 rebounds on 10 rebounding chances. Like he wasn't trying to rebound, but Westbrook took all the rebounds. He had 24 rebounding chances. It went to Westbrook actually, not Michael Porter Jr. And
Right.
Westbrook last time they played didn't start. So yeah, and also they last second change to start Aaron Gordon last night, which was awful for Michael Porter Jr. rebounds. Um I took my shot. And
Hey, you handicapped it based off Jokic. That was right. It just didn't come off.
yeah, and he also had 2 fouls in first 4 minutes, which is also
Doesn't
not
help
bad.
either.
Yeah.
Definitely not. All right,
Yeah.
keep moving. We got quite a few more here. Tragic Bronson also asked about Isaiah Collier over 6.5 assists at plus money.
Yeah, this guy is all this guy does is dime. Yeah, that's perfect explanation. Perfect way to talk
Well,
about
he's really
Collier.
good at getting in the paint. He's just not very good at getting to the rim from that point.
Yeah, he's so slim. Like, yeah. Thinking, I don't like this tonight because Clarkson, Kejonte, Sexton all healthy. So competition for guard spot is like huge. He could end up playing 15 minutes. He could end up playing
Okay.
30 minutes, but he could end up playing 15 minutes. If like Kejonte or Collier get Kejonte or Sexton or Clarkson get it going, they are sticking with them. That's the rotation of what's the name of the coach? Like what's the
So,
name of the
Will
Utah Jazz
something.
coach?
Will Hardy.
Yeah, Will Hardy. Yeah. So that's how he does the rotation. Like if you get it going, you are playing. That's like European basketball stuff. Like there is no like straight up made rotation like in the NBA. Who gets going? That's the guy that's closing. Like and that's the thing he does in the NBA, which makes sense honestly. Like I think more people should be doing that kind of stuff. Like it's not like, oh, you are a starter now you're closing the game. Like I hate that about. I love that about the Houston Rockets. Like if Jalen Green is having a half-full game and you have Evan Thompson or Tyrese playing well off the bench, Jalen Green is not coming back in the fourth. Like, and that's great. I just love it. And Steve Kerr and Will Hardy are like craziest coaches in the league. While I think Will Hardy is actually doing it the right way, while Kerr being an idiot, he is. Uh, yeah, he actually last press conference, Steve Kerr bragged about breaking the record for the most different lineups in history. He started that guy like young rookie on the 5. What's his name? P something P something.
I don't know.
Po. You don't know about this guy? Like he lately started playing and he's playing a lot. It's Quentin Post. He started last night for the Golden State Warriors.
No, I haven't seen this guy.
So yeah, you agree with my point there. Like he's
Yeah.
just starting random guys just to be like, I started a different roster. Like,
Kinda
so
dumb.
yeah, very dumb. But ended up winning the game, which is nice. But also, I think this guy is a good player, but he have never played first 25 games, and then now he's just starting straight away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Weird.
and he just wants like I'm for sure he's doing that for like to break the record or stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Weird. But Warriors aren't. I mean, they may take a step back at some point during the season. We'll see, anyways. Jelko
Yeah.
asked about Edwards over 28.5 points at about minus 110.
I think that's a bit too high. I think it's a reach. Like I get it, but I am not touching the overs on this line against the team that doubles ball handlers. Like I kind of like look at this. Like he's scoring by far the most points as a pick and roll ball handler, and Utah Jazz ranked fourth best there. I get it. Like they love about the break threes, and if he can score in isolation, as we can see, they allow for they don't allow pick and roll hands, but they do allow fourth most isolation and transition. So kind of like this, but with blowout chance, like this is an 8 point spread. I just think 28 is a reach on back to back.
All right.
He he's not covering this line enough like this season. Like when you look at the games this season, he over this line in he's under in 65%. Like that's big. When you exclude the games that were blowouts, it's still not getting there. Like it's just moving to 37%. If not, I think that's probably protection with Naz Reid probably being out. So no Dante DiVincenzo and Naz Reid means he needs to put up shots. But overall, yeah, I think it's a bit too high for me personally.
All right. Next up, Drosko asks about LeBron triple double at plus 350.
That's interesting. Let me just check. I'll check the numbers when AD is not on the court. More so rebounding, because that number seems a bit off. Oh yeah, that number seems way too off. Like LeBron averaged 7.5 rebounds per game, per 36, but it moves to 9.5. So it moves 2 rebounds up without AD on the court. So it moves from 7.5 to 9.5 average per 36. And he's playing some minutes at the 5, actually, which is crazy. But yeah, and against Asar, I will probably play him at the 5. Like that's a Sar is more like a wing. I don't think you can play him against Jonas, of course, but against Sar that's easy. Like he's not a threat. So yeah, Wizards allow ton of rebounds, ton of assists, ton of points.
They allow
Can you
everything.
can you check the numbers? Do we have maybe a better number on this?
Yeah, so best I see is plus 375. 360 is also available. 375 is not, I wouldn't call it widely available, but 360 is, and 350 also is.
I could see that. I could see that happening actually. Like, let me just check some numbers. Against the 76ers, 8 rebounds, but AD played first quarter. Yeah, I could definitely see that happening, and I could definitely see him going for it. Assist line is at 9.5 or 8 juiced for over. So do they played Wizards a couple of days ago? He had 13 assists and 10 rebounds. He had triple double with AD playing.
No, he's not playing.
Let's bet that for half a unit on the show.
Okay.
LeBron James, good find, but man, good find.
All right, so a bonus official pick here. LeBron James will play the. What should we play here? We kind of have to play the 375 here. Please, 375 will play for the show. It's not the widely available number we would usually try to play for the show betting, but 360 is widely available. 350 is also available.
The difference between 360 and 375 is like not high. I also like that's.
You're fine to play either.
Yeah, that's like I don't know, like from point of my head, like from my memory, I would say quick calculation. That's like 0.5% or something.
Okay, bonus official.
It's
pick.
less.
Thank you to Drosko.
I would say it's 375, 21.1. It's 0.55% difference.
Okay.
That's nothing literally like that. Yeah.
Have no fear in playing either of the numbers here.
Yeah.
The vote.
Yeah. So good find. I didn't even check because I thought that will be like plus 250.
Yeah, FanDuel has it 275 right now. So I think this one will move during the day.
250 is probably closing line. That's where I will put it. And a lot of times the lines I expect them they go there by the end of the day.
Right. All right. So going there. Hey, sometimes you stick around. We find some of these extra bets near the end of the show, and that is certainly the case today. Let's move to the next one here. We'll stick with Drosko because we had a good one there, and he asked about Garland 30-plus points at plus 400.
Yep, like this one as well. If
We
Mobley
already have him on
and
the show, but-
yeah, if Donovan and Mobley are both ruled out, it will be heavy usage for Garland. And when he gets heavy usage, 2 games without Mitchell this season, he had 32 and 35% usage. When he gets over 30% usage, I think career-wise number it's average way over 30 points. So laddering makes sense.
Okay. Nicholas Jepson asked about Avdia over 7.5 rebounds. Minus 140.
Honestly, have no idea about this one. Never didn't even check this line. Kind of big numbers lately. So at minus 140. Let me just check with Aiton playing, which is huge for him. Aiton playing and 28 plus minutes. He averaged. I don't think it's worth paying the juice, honestly, because he covered this in some tough matchup like against the Bucks, against the Kings, and against the Clippers. Yeah. Staying away of this one.
3 more to go here. Nicholas Jepson also asked about Donovan Mitchell over 4.5 assists at minus 110.
If he's playing, sure. That's it. Like,
so it'll avoid if he doesn't play.
Yeah, I know this. I know that angle. I looked into it. He's been crushing this line lately. Like that's easy. Like looking at the last, I don't know how many games, but when you look at the last 27, he's over in 70% of the time. 7 and 6 against the Hawks. Yeah, he's putting great numbers this season lately. Mobley being out could be a thing also that helps him get over. Perfect matchup against the Hawks, allow fifth most assists. Yeah, I think this line should be. Line is okay. I will put it at 4.5, but I will put like minus 140 on over.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Decent spot there for Mitchell. If he plays, we'll avoid if he doesn't. Second last one. We have a question on the Magic minus 5.5. I know you were leaning towards Portland. Just a confirmation there.
Yeah, I just spent like 5 minutes talking about how Portland is actually
You lean in the other
team.
direction. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Just wanted to have it answered. And the final one, Trae Young over 9.5 assists at 1.76 odds. That's about minus 130.
Very juiced. Don't like this at that much juice. He has some great numbers lately, but he doesn't look good lately. So I don't know what happened, but he looks really slow and tired, exhausted. I don't know. Maybe some additional injury or stuff, but Trey doesn't look well, so I'm sticking away from it.
All right. That'll be the end of the show. 3 official picks in play. If you're tailing and you enjoyed the show, it's jam-packed full of information. Make sure you do hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel as well. We've had 3 straight winning days, looking to make it 4 in a row here today. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and for shows every weekday morning. What's going on? What are you laughing at?
Nah, just remember what I said earlier. Like,
don't worry, we won't hold it against you too much, but we will remember. Official picks for the day. We have Darius Garland over 21.5 points at minus 125 odds. You can shop around and get better. We have John Morant under 11.5 rebounds plus assists. You can shop around and get better than the minus 125 we're going to play. And then we have LeBron James triple-double plus 375. That was the best number that I saw, but you can still go to 350, which is available, 360, which is available. I think even 340 should be fine on this one. So we'll have that for LeBron James, and let's hope to have another winning day. We have half unit, by the way, half unit on LeBron, which I did not reference here. So I mean, listen, if you want to bet full unit, go ahead. We're going to be betting half unit for the show. Thank you again, everybody. We'll be back here tomorrow for the Friday slate, a bigger one as well. We hope to see you there. Thanks so much for watching.